Kathy oversees a breeding program for Ai-Ais here in North Carolina. And each new baby is a precious lifeline for a species classified as critically endangered in the wild. Just 2 babies have been born here this year, and Kathy is very worried about one of them. Named Styx, she was born weighing only 65 grams. That's the weight of one of my chicken's eggs, half what she should weigh.
We realized after the first few hours that this infant wasn't able to nurse properly. I didn't know whether she wasn't nursing because she was cold or whether she was too weak to nurse or exactly what the problem was.
Just weird teeth.
Yeah, it doesn't look you know, when she...
I mean, Lisa Schroeder's.
If Styx is to survive, she's got to start feeding, and fast. With the Ai-Ai's home on the island of Madagascar being destroyed by human activity, every little captive Ai-Ai is becoming increasingly important. Because of their quirky looks and elusive nocturnal lifestyle, Ai-Ais have become part of Madagascan folklore. They're feared and persecuted as the bringers of bad omens. But in reality, they're completely harmless, very shy and gentle little creatures.
They have developed some particularly specialized anatomy to be able to get at larvae that are burrowing underneath tree bark or in rotted logs.
It may look like a mishmash, but in reality, it's an evolutionary masterpiece.
They actually have this very elongated third digit. It's on a ball and socket joint, so it can go all the way around. That's normal. And they tap this extremely, extremely fast. And then the reverberations of the sound, they can detect the differences in density of the material that they're tapping on. And that's where the big ears come in to play.
So the huge ears are an essential part of the design, needed for the way they hunt, and they're not something pinched off a bat and stuck on. Interestingly, 100 years ago, people actually thought they were related to bats. They're not. Next, they have to get the larvae out, and this is where their long, razor-sharp and continuously growing incisor teeth take over. They make short work of chewing through the wood to the tunnel beneath, and then that peculiar finger really comes into its own. And gotcha! Yummy. But for Styx, larvae dinners are a long way off. She needs mother's milk, and she needs it fast.
We always try and get them to nurse on mom within the first day or two to get them some colostrum, which is that first milk that mom produces that's very high in antibodies. It's very protective for the infants.
To have the best chance of surviving, Styx really does need that first feed.
There we go, girl. She seems to like her pillowcase. She is so tiny. The plan at this time is that we will bring mom out and we're gonna sedate her, and that's so that mom will be quiet while we put the infant on to nurse.
All right, sweet stuff. Let's see if you can, how active you are and how hungry you are.
So I'm hoping that she is going to be strong enough that she is interested in just latching on herself. So all we're really doing is making it easier for the baby to get on, making sure she stays on. Well, easier said than done, because it doesn't look like she's staying on.
She needs a spotter.
She does need help.
She just popped off. Let's see if she can do it herself. She can do it herself. That's obviously ideal. Oh, did you do it?
Yep,
she did it herself.
Did she do it? All right.
Oh, wait, now she's off again. She's trying.
So I actually needed to open up the infant's mouth with my little finger and literally put the nipple right in the mouth. And then there was some sucking reflex. It was weaker than I wanted to see it, meaning that that infant was not really strong enough to initiate nursing on her own, but once she got on the nipple, she could suckle to some extent. Right.
Styx is getting as much care as any baby could wish for. She's fed every 2 hours, has regular checkups,
2.0.
and a cosy incubator to keep her warm, and she even gets a regular cuddle with mum, so their bond remains strong. It's still touch and go, but she's got the whole team fighting for her.